look at
Well, the camera will find you. You know how it works. Hi, we're back. Welcome back to In the Can. Great movie coming up this week here at the Sundance Film Festival. In fact, it's already premiered. It's called Obvious Child. We've got director Gillian Robespierre and actor Jenny Slate. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Morning.
Thank you. Good
How
morning.
you feeling?
Tired?
Cool.
We've had some altitude issues, I think, haven't we? We
Yeah.
feeling a little
lot
heady?
of brain mistakes.
Really? We
Yeah.
won't talk about them, though. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah, I
We'll write
apologize.
about them, and we'll put them on the blog.
Great,
But
that's
we
cool.
won't-
Just
yeah,
put it on
we
the
won't.
internet.
Yeah, I can't even speak right now because my lips are so chapped.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
the
just
thing.
gotta talk like this.
Hydrate,
Yeah.
hydrate,
Yeah.
hydrate. You could do like a ventriloquism.
It's like I got a
maybe.
facelift.
Well, how long are you in town? You're leaving tomorrow, right? So you can get back to
We're here till Thursday,
Oh, Thursday.
and then flying to Rotterdam
That's
for
right.
our international premiere.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty exciting. And then you're going off to Scandinavia and kind of
Not
doing the world
me,
tour.
no. But the film is.
The film is.
I'm back in New York on the 26th.
Is that a good thing?
I would love to go to Sweden.
Yeah, well, and that's the question, though. Is you come to the film festival, and we premiered the other night, Friday night, right?
Yep.
Had you seen the film in front of an audience before, and what was your reaction to their reaction?
We hadn't seen it before. It was really exciting. I've never seen myself on screen for such a long amount of time. I'm usually a guest
She's in
star.
every shot.
So it was really cool, really exciting. Nice.
Well, great. Let's talk about the film a little bit. It's a very interesting story. It's and I don't know really how to term it. We have a stand-up comedian, Jenny plays, right?
Yes.
And certain things happen in the life of this comedian, which manifest themselves both on stage and in real life. There's a child or an unborn child involved and things like that. Tell us a little bit about the story.
Well, Jenny plays a Brooklyn stand-up comedian named Donna Stern, and she gets dumped, fired, and pregnant just in time for Valentine's Day.
The big load of life stuff happening.
Yeah. So is there anything in particular in your own personal life that you were able to draw upon to connect with this kind of weird
We've
coming
never
together?
been dumped.
Ever?
Yes, I've
Ever?
only ever dumped people,
Yeah.
and I'm very confident with men, so I really had to dig deep. No,
Yeah.
Let me
there's
rephrase the question.
Yeah,
No.
I'm a stand-up comedian, so that it was very fun for me to play this role and show people more of what it's like to see me on stage, I guess. Although it's not exactly my style of stand-up. I'm more of a storyteller. But anyway, I'm also a female human with a working vagina.
Good.
So that also rings true for me.
That's not we're not it's not a spoiler alert or anything with what you just.
Not a spoiler alert
Yeah.
for anyone. I think everyone knows it's in there.
It's
It would be a
easy.
bummer if people thought it wasn't for me.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about your because I'm always interested in the way people are cast for films. I mean, were you looking for an actor with comedy chops, or were you looking for a comedian that could act?
Well, this is based on a short that we made in 2009, and my co-creators Anna Bean and Karen Main and I were looking for somebody who was both funny and had dramatic range, and we were having a hard time finding that person. One night, Anna and I went to a local comedy show in Brooklyn called Big Terrific, and we saw this lovely lady doing
Discovered.
stand-up.
Yep.
Yeah, with Gabe Liebman, who's also in the movie, who plays her best friend Joey, and she blew us away. I mean, she was funny and telling these stories that just rang true, and my face hurt from laughing so hard that we just had to give her the script.
Well, and that makes
we
sense
did.
too, because the character's comedy evolves with the character's life a little bit too, right? So maybe that storytelling aspect, even though it wasn't the style of comedy that you maybe shot, or it wasn't part of your day-to-day on the set, but you saw something there, obviously, that made
I
sense.
saw a lot there, and she's amazing. And during rehearsal, we found out that Jenny has such great dramatic range.
Well, Gillian definitely brought it out of me. We often we agree that we have a similar sense of humor, and
I hope so, yeah.
yeah. Although
Farts.
Yeah, farts and stuff. So
Okay, good. We said fart, we said vagina. Okay.
yeah, we're gonna say all this stuff.
We're gonna get it all out of the
It's early
system.
in the morning, and we want everyone to wake up. I
So-
forget what I was gonna say.
It's okay. You know what? How could you possibly roll on after that?
Yeah.
No, you were talking just about the style of comedy. I mean, did you feel like you were evolving as a comedian
Yes.
throughout this process?
I did. when Donna, the character, is on stage, it's not that different than the process that I go through as a comedian. I improvise a lot, and I like to be really personal. That's really why I do stand up. I like expressing myself that way and connecting and sharing, but I also felt that my priorities changed as a person and as an actress while we were making this film, because there are a lot of opportunities to do comedy and to do things that are like really blown out and big, and I really like that, but I found myself falling in love with Gillian and everyone there, and the process of doing something that is very honest and vulnerable.
I mean, it sounds like, Gillian, you gave your actor a lot of freedom to express themselves. I mean, did you? I'm curious about the comedic parts. I mean, were those scripted, or did you basically say you need to get from A to Z, go?
Yeah, I mean, they were scripted. Jenny and I worked hard on the comedy bits together. We had one day to rehearse it, and there were beats that she had to hit. But on the day when we were shooting, she really got to each bit and each beat on her own in this really organic way that came out. You can, in the final product, that's so beautiful. That's it's a real collaboration between what was on the page and what's in her brain.
And I assume that a lot of this you shot in front of people.
Yeah.
Were you directing reaction? I mean, were there certain times people had to laugh, or were you just letting people kind of organically experience it along with the actor?
Well, our crew was, standing there by the camera, by Video Village, and encouraged to just laugh.
Yeah,
That was nice.
it's hard to keep the crew from actually making. I mean, or unless maybe that was your incidental audience laughing. It was actually coming from the crew. I don't know.
It was the crew. A lot of
Okay.
it was the crew. Our very first take of the whole movie, I blew it because I laughed.
Well, that's a good
I'm
sign.
I was just going to say, but
director.
from an actor's standpoint, whenever the
It's
director laughs, at
great.
least you know you're doing the right thing.
I mean,
making
not
the right
in a,
choices.
like a psychotic way, but I have the urge to try to make people laugh, which is like hard on my therapist, I feel like, It's such a weird thing to do, but it felt really good to have our crew laugh, because
Yeah, it was a great crew.
you want that real energy. I think it's what keeps things moving and makes them special.
And it's very instinctive too. I mean, when you hear the crew laugh, you know you're onto something, right? Because
Yeah.
they're kind of in the mindset where we can't be part of this, but if they laugh and they couldn't help themselves,
Yeah,
Job
and they're
well done.
like, dudes that are lifting stuff up and like moving stuff and rushing, and they're serious, and
Yeah.
so to make them smile feels like a big feat.
But we
Well-
also made them cry during the more touching, sentimental moments. I would look around and see these grown men tearing up. It was amazing.
yeah, interesting juxtaposition between what happens on the stage and then what happens in real life. Yeah, well, good luck with the film.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
The film is called Obvious Child. Gillian Robespierre. It was perfectly timed. Jenny Slade, thank you very much. Hydrate.
you.
It's
Yeah,
good.
we'll
It's good at this
hydrate.
altitude. All right, we got much more in the can coming up after this. Stay tuned.
Yay!
Where are we?